Well, hi YouTubers, hi, I'm back with 40 Years of Meals and Boon, and haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought let's keep going with it, shall we? So, okay, this is a Meals and Boon surrogacy book. It is a medical romance. It is called The Baby That Changed Her Life by Louisa Heaton. Okay, right, oh god, let me read this. Right, you're pregnant. When midwife Callie Taylor agrees to be the surrogate mother for her best friend Dr. Lucas Gold, she couldn't have predicted that his marriage would fall apart exactly when she became pregnant with his child. Suddenly her life has changed forever, and Callie's terrified of becoming a mum to the baby she never dreamed of keeping. Even more terrifying are the feelings she's starting to develop for Lucas. Feelings that have absolutely nothing to do with her hormones and absolutely everything to do with his scorching kiss. This book is so messed up. Now, I don't know much about surrogacy, but even the whole concept is messed up. Basically, Callie is very kind of emotionally withdrawn. She had a very, very turbulent childhood. Her mother was an alcoholic. And Lucas and her become friends, and his wife cannot have children, so she says, "Oh, I'll be your surrogate." Now the thing is, oh, sorry, let me just. This is just how it starts out. It's just ridiculous. Right, right. Here we go. It's Maggie. What's wrong? Is she sick? She's not sick. Then what is it? She dreaded asking. What would he say? Has she been an accident? Was she at death's door in a coma? Oh God, I'm expected to take care of the baby. Right, she just found out she's pregnant. She's like, oh my God, this happened to Maggie. I'm going to wind up taking care of this baby that I'm carrying. Yeah. No, she's left, walked out. Yeah, she walked out on Lucas. Maggie walked out on Lucas. Because Maggie, his wife, honestly, Lucas treated her badly. Lucas married her even though he was really in love with Callie. Now imagine being Maggie. You find out you're a midwife. You can't find out you cannot have children. Okay? And suddenly your husband's best friend says, I'll be your surrogate. And you know deep down, okay, he's already carried a torch for her. And she even says it. She even says this is in a flashback. Okay? I tried it with you, Lucas. I really tried, but it was all pointless, wasn't it? You never truly loved me. Not the way you should have. Of course I love you. She half laughed, half cried. It wasn't real, Lucas. You thought it was, and that was the problem. You lost your heart to Callie long ago and you can't see it. Callie, no, you're wrong. She's my friend, that's all. She's more than just your friend, and I can't be second best in your life. I need someone to love me for me. I don't want to be your substitute. Right. And Maggie even calls him out, okay, on who he picked to carry her child. The fact is, okay, that even from Kay's point of view, now Kay's issue is that she blows hot and cold so often, okay? She, deep down, secretly loves Lucas, okay? She had a terrible childhood, fine. Now, straight off, okay, she seems a role of, oh my God, something happens to Maggie, I'm going to wind up taking care of this baby, okay? It's kind of she literally becomes the mother. It's just a whole twisted situation. And the thing is, no surrogacy firm in the country typically take people who never had children before. There's a counselling process. Not the case. Fact is, I pick one from a catalogue. So this whole setup is so ridiculous. Okay, really, this kind of weird kind of power dynamic. Right, right. And the fact is, okay, that everyone seems to be like Team Callie and Team Lucas. Like this bit here. Kelly was his best friend, but the lines between them were blurring now because of the baby she was carrying. She always meant so much to him, but now she meant everything. She was precious and fragile and carrying his child, and she wanted to be there. Was that so wrong? Right. So then he asked Kelly to move in with him, and they kind of tentatively start dating. Tentatively start kind of seeing each other, to see how it works. And there's a subplot going on that I didn't particularly like, because Kelly's a midwife, of course Lucas is a doctor, of course, because there can't be really equals in this relationship. No. No, one is the powerful doctor and one is a nurse, and that's just absolutely awesome. About this teenager called Ria. Okay, Ria, who is a teenager, just said that, she's in a horrible situation. She's been assaulted. She is pregnant, and literally she wants nothing to do with the baby. She wants to, don't even know anything about it, pull out for adoption. And Callie's attitude to this is not really kind to respect her. It seems to kind of like force her, kind of pushing her into keeping her child. Like, here's Ria saying, I don't want to see the ultrasound, I don't know what it is, I don't know anything. And this is Callie, okay? Right, right. Kelly reached Ria's hand and squeezed it. Do you want to see it? But if I see it, Ria, please, let me turn the screen. You need to see this. The teenager gave in and noted the expression on her face, turning from a mix of apprehension and fear to one of confusion and wonder. What is that? Kelly wasn't sure whether to smile or not. That's your baby. Right. How would Ria react? How would she feel? At her own scan, Kelly had felt awe and a little afraid. If she was honest with herself, the pregnancy was real and no longer a hypothetical situation. You would have no choice but to face facts. Okay, she says she doesn't know anything about the baby. Becky forced her. Look at the ultrasound. There's this thing going on, okay, and I'll go spoil this now, okay. Ria keeps the baby, and she's like, I don't have anything. I don't have absolutely anything, okay. But I'm going to keep my baby. And you sit there thinking, just not presented in a really, really good light. This would have been a moment, again, to show that, no, okay, this would have been a good opportunity to explore that in more detail, but no, it doesn't happen. That absolutely doesn't happen. Right. So, right. But back to Kelly and Lucas. It's the fact is that everyone, okay, is so Team Kelly and Team Lucas, even Lucas's own parents, who are awesome, by the way, okay? You sit there thinking, you start to roll your eyes a little bit about how kind of hot and cold Kelly is, okay, about her issues, alright? About, am I a mother? Am I not a mother? Am I a surrogate mother? It's just, this bit here, okay? It's bit here, okay? Right. Right. This is when Lucas is chatting to his parents, okay, about the baby. My child's not a poor baby. It will be cherished and adored. You'll no need to feel sorry for it. Of course, if I feel sorry for it, it might never have a mother. So, why didn't you marry Callie in the first place? You know it's what your father and I wanted for you. Lucas gritted his teeth. Of course he knew, because he and Callie had been friends for so long. They always hinted at it or joked about it. I seen the look on Callie's face every time they did. Shock, fear. Right. Didn't they know that he killed him to see him look that way? Didn't they know that he had destroyed him to know he couldn't have her? That he never contemplated it? So, yeah, she's so hot and cold with this, okay? She's gone from such a turbulent background that now she's in this position. And there's never mention, okay, of, well, when the baby is born, I'll just be a single dad. No, it's basically, Kelly, you're having my child. You're now going to be part of its life. And this bit here, okay, I found this so ridiculous because obviously Lucas is her doctor as well as the baby's father. He would have been there for the entire process, okay, of the surrogacy, the choosing of the eggs, all that kind of thing. Kelly is not Kelly's name. Now, one thing I do know, okay, from friends of mine, okay, who go by nicknames and middle names on medical forms on documents, your full name is particularly used, okay? Right. You know, I have a friend Evangelina, which is her name, but she's called Eva. Okay, yes. On her medical notes it says Evangelina. Yes, as an example. Right. Here's a bit here. What's Kelly short for? Is it Callista, something like that? In all these years we've known each other, you've never said. That's your big question. For now, it's not Callista. No, it's Calendar. Because Mama Kay was such an alcoholic, okay, when she signed up to register Callie to get benefit money. Yes. Oh, her mum, by the way, is a recovering alcoholic. She's sober now for 6 months. You know, called a calendar. I'm like, but that'll be on your medical notes anyway. That'll be on someone's medical notes. You know how things that you know that make sense in this book. You don't know the name of the woman who's carrying your baby's full name. Don't be on a medical chart. Right. And Lucas just feels sorry for himself all the bloody time. It's like he's got like this martyr complex going on, okay, about how bad I treated Maggie, okay, how bad I treated Maggie. Alright, so he was afraid of letting her down. He let Maggie down by treating her badly, not by loving her the way he should have, and driven her into the arms of another man. No wonder she'd gone looking for love elsewhere if she'd thought that he loved Kelly. Woman will stand for that. He tried so hard to make his marriage work, to make Maggie happy, to give the child she wanted so badly, but we're doing it for all the wrong reasons. His heart had always been with Kelly, even though he knew nothing would come of it. Maggie had been right to leave him. Yes, you self-centered prick, she had been right to leave you. She absolutely had been right to leave you. Because this is a most horrible twist of the tale, okay? This is where it gets worse. Now, obviously, there's a thing okay, in fact is that Maggie is gone. Okay, Lucas is going to basically become, eventually going to be a single father, But obviously, okay, by biology and paternity, right, so paternity is this, okay? Right, right. This bit's now gets even more twisted. But then the more this is Kelly's point of view. Then the more sickness had passed, coupled with the fact that he was now a single man, and she was using carrying his baby, which was also hers, as she used her own eggs. Was if her body knew that this was the man she should have. Okay, so Kelly is not just a single mother. So Kelly's not just a surrogate mother. Surrogate mother. She used her own eggs, Lucas's happy juice, okay, to make this child. So this child's always biologically been hers anyway. And then there's Maggie. I mean, no wonder she walked out. I don't often feel sorry for the adulterer in fiction, but I think Maggie was justified because at the end of the day, she was nothing in this marriage. Absolutely nothing. Here comes Maggie, poor Maggie. I can't have children, okay? So then here walks in Callie and Lucas, okay? Who it says Maggie even said, why did you ask her? Why did you ask her to use her eggs and his sperm to make their baby? She got pushed out of her marriage by a bastard of a husband. Arsehole. An absolute arsehole. So, right. This bit here, because the opening line in this book is bloody ridiculous. Okay? Right. I want you to persuade yourself that you can do just as much as I know you can. But when you say involved, what does that mean? Occasional visits, being a godparent, being a mother. But what if? No, what is, Kelly? Okay, you're only going to be the surrogate to start with, but now it's all changed. We're in this together and we're best friends. I don't see why we can't do it. So they make the transition to lovers. Finally, okay, they get together. Okay, because obviously she's carrying this child. Yes. And this bit here now, oh, I couldn't stop laughing. I actually howled with laughter at this, okay? Due to the monumental geographical cock up here. Okay? Right, this bit here. Now, they live nearby. And so I'm talking about Windsor Castle. Now, I know Windsor Castle. I'm not too far from Windsor Castle. Okay? Windsor Castle's kind of the outskirts of London. Outskirts, remember this. Okay? Right. Whew. This bit here, it's a massive cock up and it's ridiculous. Windsor Castle was one of the oldest castles in Britain and it stood in its entirety in the centre of London. Queen Victoria had gone there on her honeymoon with Prince Albert. The pictures she has seen on the inside of the internet made the place look so romantic, like a real-life fairy-tale castle right in the heart of the capital. People could hire out for celebrations, and last year couples had started to get married. No. Now, as you Google this, now the centre of London is basically by Trafalgar Square way. Okay, that's like the centre of London. That's what it says. Okay, there's like a plaque somewhere. All right, let's say Trafalgar Square is the centre of London. All right, that's nearby. Now, Windsor Castle is not the centre of London because Windsor Castle is not in London. It's bit here. Okay, it's bit here. This is from Wiki. Windsor Castle is a royal residence at Windsor in the English country of Berkshire. Berkshire's not London at all. You know, it is in London, and it's by the centre of London because it's down the Mall, which is by Trafalgar Square, is Buckingham Palace. So that's a geographical cock-up, and I'm not impressed. And I read this knowing that because I'm a Londoner, and also I'm not fake. So, but the thing is, drop my laptop. Right. So, basically, as she's carrying his sacred child, Lucas decides, I'm going to propose to Kelly. I'm going to make her my wife. And so, because Kelly's so pathetic, even though she lives near Windsor Castle, she's never actually been to Windsor Castle. She's like, I've never been inside Windsor Castle. It's like, darling, nothing's stopping you. Your day off, just go. Okay? I've done that many times, okay, before lockdown. Just my day off, just go down London, or down the South Bank, the Embankment, you know, yeah, the touristy spots, Soho, you know, Forbidden Planet. Nothing stopped you ever actually doing that apart from you, because you're actually a bit pathetic, Kelly. Okay. So, but the thing is, Kelly is so suspicious. Kelly is so suspicious, okay, because Lucas starts to get little messages on his phone, okay, from Sienna. Okay? Right. And, because Sienna's actually the wedding coordinator, he's going to help with the proposal, because they're going to get mad at Windsor Castle, because, hey, who was Sienna? Kay didn't know anyone of the hospital with such a name. No, she'd heard of him mention a patient called Sienna. Why would he? Not what, at work? Oh. None of his sisters or family was called Sienna, and was hardly an old woman's name, was it? Sienna was a young woman's name, a pretty young woman's name. How do you know her? How involved were they? I don't think Sienna's actually just a young woman's name, okay? Right. This is Italian, you know? Right. So, but the thing is, Callie basically faints, she hits her head, she goes into labour, it's made with almost his own section. Kay's unconscious, okay? Right. And then, alright, here you go. Right. But the thing is, as soon as she wakes up, she's like, you mean you lied to me, Lucas? You had an affair. An affair? Hang on, what are you talking about? I know about Sienna. Yeah, a wedding coordinator, but it's okay because they make up, they have a little girl, her name's Isabella. Ria keeps the child, fine. And they get mad at Windsor Castle, and the whole concept is just ridiculous. Essentially, Callie's problem is that she's so to and froing, okay? She can't make up her own mind about anything, okay? Lucas is a bit of a prick to how he treated his wife, and it's a whole kind of, I'm going to ask my best friend. He actually asked his best friend to have his child. Even though she's never had children before, even though she was emotionally equipped to have children. He's a prick. And Windsor Castle's not in London. So, the baby that changed her life did not change mine. I'm signing off here. Bye, everyone.